I requested about inverted pleat, of anyone that wants to know how to do an inverted pleating. So this is how we're going to do it. For example, this outfit that we just saw, you can see from the shoulder there is a line. There is a line you are seeing. Then on the tip of the dress, you see that it's open, like the lines is not stitched reaching the down, it's open. So now I'm going to show you how we are going to achieve that. And I'll be using this, my body measurement. My shoulder is 16 and my bust is 36 and my waist is 29. Then for example, I'll be using this waist as the length, because it's a crop top, that means it's stopped at the waist line. And my waist measurement, shoulder to waist is 17. So this is the length of the top we're going to do. So now first of all, what we're going to do is, I'm using this material to show us. I'll first of all draft out the length of the dress, which is 17. See it here. And definitely, you add 2 inches allowance for hemming or for turning up your fan, anything you want to, how you want to achieve the dress, either 2 inches or 1, depending on how many inches you want to add. So this is the length of the dress, for example. And now my shoulder is 16. Shoulder divided by 2 is 8. So this is 8. So as you are seeing this pleat, you are seeing this thing that is here, you'll find out that this is close to the neck but not on the neck. So the line is from the shoulder down to, you will see something, let me zoom this thing well, you see something like a line here. This is where the line, this sewing line stop, and then you will see something like that is there, that is looking like it's open. That means the pleat did not reach down. That is why it is called inverted pleat. It did not reach down. So I'll be showing you how to achieve this. You can make this on skirt, top, anything. If you search for inverted pleat dresses, you will see different types of dresses, inverted pleat and all that. So this one now is like it's open here. This thing, it was closed from up till somewhere like the underbust here. Then here it's open, and this dress is free. It's a free dress. It's not a fitted crop top. So now let me show you how to achieve this now. So like I said, this my shoulder measurement is 8. And then if you want your pleat to be 2 inches, 1.5, 3 inches, depending on how wide or whatever you want, you can add extra. So I'll be using 2 inches. That means on this my shoulder line, I'm adding extra 2 inches. I'm adding extra 2 inches. And definitely these 2 inches I added on my shoulder, I'm going to add it all over my whole round body measurement to achieve this, because you cannot have 2 inches and have your exact body measurement and then you pleat the 2 inches here. So which other measurement will you now pleat? So definitely these 2 inches you're adding here, you're adding it to every other part of your body. So this is now our new shoulder. This is my normal shoulder, adding 2 inches to it. This is the next shoulder. So from there, I'm marking my armhole, which armhole 9 inches. Armhole is 9 inches. This is the armhole line. And then taking it here, making your curve, your armhole curve. So on this my armhole curve, armhole line, sorry, I'm putting my bust measurement, which is 36 divided by 4. I have 9, which is here, plus depending on how many inches allowance you are using to sew your clothes, you can have 1.5 or 2 inches. I'm using 1.5. Then this, remember these 2 inches we added for this pleating, we are taking it back, add it also 2 inches, so that once you pleat it, everything will come back to normal. This is the 2 inches for this pleating, the last one I just did. Then on this length of the dress, I'm putting my waist measurement. So this is my waist measurement, 29 divided by 4, 7.5. This is 7.5 plus 1.5 for sewing allowance. And then these 2 inches again we are using for this pleating is here. I don't know whether you understand what I'm doing. So now we are going to connect from here down to here. This is the dress that we want to cut. This is the shape, and then the neckline, depending on what you want. As this place, you are seeing a high neck, so we'll be using 3.5 by 2.5 or 3.5 width by 3 inches depth, depending on what you want. Then remember, we are doing our shoulder slope of 1 inch. So this is it. Once you pleat out these 2 inches we added, this dress will come back to normal. So I'm going to cut it out. I remember this thing that I just did here now. If I spread this cloth, you will find out that the 2 inches is on the 2 sides of the dress, on the left side and on the right side. Let me cut this and show you. So I've cut it out. Remember, we added 2 inches, and then if you open this dress now, you will find out that the 2 inches is here and the 2 inches is also here. And now maybe you don't want the pleat to be on the 2 sides. Maybe you don't want the pleat to be on the 2 sides. So what you're going to do is, after pleating on any side of the dress you want to do, then this side, if you don't want the pleat to be on the 2 sides, the next thing you're going to do is on that side you don't want pleat to be, those 2 inches remove. Just spread the cloth like this, mark the 2 inches, mark the 2 inches, mark it, come to the shoulder, also mark it, curve it out and cut it out. This is how we are going to get it. If you don't want the pleat to be on this side, or maybe you want it to be here and you don't want it to be here, that is it. Just like this dress now, just like this dress is on one side. So that means we are using this side. We are using this side for the pleat. Then this side there is no pleat. So now what I'm going to do is, since there is no pleat here, I'm going to spread this cloth and then mark 2 inches that I added for the pleat. I'm marking it, as you can see, that I added for the pleat. Then on the shoulder, that 2 inches that we added on the here, you are seeing the lines. So definitely from here to here. So now this is what we are pleating on the other side, and I don't want it here. Then I'm going to cut this off so it will rhyme. Then if I cut this off now, maybe because I'm doing this video, it's looking like it's long or hard or anything like that. I'm trying to take my time and explain everything. So this is the normal shoulder for my shoulder, normal shoulder, but this one is longer because we are going to do a pleat. I'm repeating this pleat and pleat and pleat. Please remove, if the pleat is not going to be 2 sides, remove the 2 inches you added. Once you spread it, remove the 2 inches on the side that you don't want split to be. So now if you fold this thing now, center to center again, now let's say center to, you will see that place will cut off. So this place is what we are pleating here. So now this is the dress. I'm using this as an example. I remember we added 2 inches for pleating. What you are going to do is, this is the right side of this cloth, this is the wrong side I used chalk to do. So what you are going to do, remember that the line was in front here. The next thing I'm going to do, depending on where you want the pleat to start. If you want the pleat to start from here, anywhere you want the pleat to start, just fold this. Just fold this material as it is now. Remember, this shoulder will not be rhyming. Make sure the down part here is rhyming. Then anyhow you want, remember it's 2 inches that you added. So once you fold, mark the 2 inches. Mark the 2 inches that you added. Mark it. Maybe this is the 2 inches you added for the pleat. I told you anyhow you want your pleat to be. So now the next thing you're going to do that is very, very easy to achieve this. Remember, this is on the wrong side. On this line now, you're going to stitch there. stitch. Then making it an inverted pleat means that if you are stitching or closing this line, it will not reach to the hem of the dress. It will not reach the down on the dress. You might stitch from here and stop here. If you open it, there is and iron it, you will see how beautiful it is. That is what makes it an inverted pleat. But this dress we are seeing, you saw that it's somewhere on the under bust that the pleat stopped, like the sewing stopped and it was now open. So from here, for example, maybe this is my under bust and then this is my waistline. So now I'm going to sew from here and I'm going to stop here. I don't know what I'm seeing. So I will stop here now for the sake of this particular dress. But if you want to do any type of inverted, you can sew from here and stop here. There are some dresses that used to, even some trousers, you can sew from here and stop here, or stop here, or stop anywhere you want. So let me go and sew from here now and stop at this my under bust, and I'll show you next thing to do. So I've gone ahead to stitch it, as you can see, and it did not reach end. So if you open it now, you are seeing that line. This is a crepe material, that is why it's all this light crepe, that is why it's like this. So but once you open it, you are seeing this place now that is open. Are we seeing it? So this is how that dress is, but we are not done. So once you open it like this line is already showing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to, you will see that this is here. What I'm going to just do is to trim it to see. It's now rhyming with what we have here. So the next thing is to press iron here to be neat. I'm going to press iron it. So I've ironed it and this place is open. So now what makes it an inverted pleat? This is just a normal. What makes it an inverted pleat is that this back you're now seeing here, see as it is. So what you're going to do is to open it up. It's going to lie like this. I don't know if we are seeing it. See how it was. They are going to open it up, so it will lie like this. The same thing you're going to do, and then you iron it. You're going to use iron to hold it in place, or maybe you can just stop stitch here because you're still going to use lining to turn it, or even if you're not using lining, you still join your shoulder so it's too close. So what you're going to do is to make sure that it's on the center like this, closing the line. You're no longer seeing this white line. You open it up like this. I can fix my hand inside. Then iron it. We're going to iron it all through the down of this dress. Remember, this is where we stopped, so we're going to iron both down to this dress. I'm going to iron it and show you. So as you are seeing, I'm ironing it. You are seeing it. You are seeing how it is. We are no longer seeing that like you are seeing. This is what makes it an inverted pleat. If you iron it very well, it will stay. Especially when you are doing with Ankara. Ankara used to obey. Depends on the type you bought though. So now, this is the dress. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what is here? I don't know whether we are seeing anything here. Are you seeing anything here? Let me bring the camera closer. See it. Are you seeing it here?